file that paperwork as soon as possible. And just so we're clear, I want trust for both Spencer and Elizabeth's child, okay?
Speaking as your attorney, that shouldn't be a problem.
And speaking as my aunt?
I tell you to take the paper, walk it over to the fireplace, throw it in there and burn it. Because the road to hell is paved with good intentions, especially if you're a Cassadine. By drawing up these papers, you are making both Elizabeth's baby and Spencer targets for Helena.
Well, that wasn't too bad. It's a simple procedure. Simple. That's a funny word. Done a pretty good job of complicating everything in my life. Did you get a sample from Nicholas and Lucky?
In a few short days, you'll know who the father of your baby is.
Buenos dias, Mr. Morgan.
Do I know you?
I know you. How was Puerto Rico?
Thanks. Hey, this is Claire Walsh. She's the federal prosecutor assigned to Sonny's trial.
Miss McCall was kind enough to let me in, and she didn't disclose any details about your trip. In fact, she didn't have to because the federal government pays close attention to your whereabouts.
What do you want?
This is really good coffee, by the way. You know, I expect nothing less from a premier coffee importer. You know what? I'm really glad that you're here because this is going to save me a lot of time. I'm not going to have to get a judge to issue a warrant for your arrest.
I have nothing to say without my attorney.
Would that be Diane Miller or Alexis Davis? You know, I'm not surprised you're well-versed in legal process. I mean, you've been through it often enough.
You said you were going to get a warrant for Jason's arrest. On what charge?
Failure to appear
Failure to appear where?
in federal court. I'm calling you to testify at Sonny's trial.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Hey, Joey, is Jackson?
I haven't seen him. Why?
No reason.
You want me to page him?
No, that's okay. Thanks.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, hey. Hi.
So, did you sleep okay last night?
Yes. Fine, thank you for asking. Why?
Oh, just wondering how the mattresses were. You know, we put all those new mattresses in the...
Oh, they're great. They're really good, yeah. Which reminds me, actually, I wanted to ask you about sleeping arrangements.
Okay.
For Jocelyn, you know, next time she comes over, I was wondering if you can get Mercedes to pack the onesie that my mother got her, the one with the...
Koala bear on it, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to take a photo of it and send it to her.
Of course.
Okay. Good. I'm sorry, was there something else that you wanted to ask me?
Helena will most certainly interpret these trusts as a challenge.
Well, she's already drooling over the possibility of a Cassadine heir. Whatever I do or don't do really has no effect.
One can only hope.
Besides, you have assured me that those documents are sealed and confidential, and there's no way she'll ever find them.
She's like the watcher in the water. She sees all.
What?
Oh, sorry. Molly's reading Lord of the Rings. It's this monster from Middle-earth, and it's this big, ugly, creepy thing with all these tentacles and big black beady eyes.
Well, somehow I think that Helena would take offense to that comparison.
How do you think the monster would feel? Look, if it happens in our family, trust me, she will find out about it.
Whatever. If Spencer and Elizabeth's child have financial independence, they don't have to rely on the Cassadine fortune, that's one less thing she can hang over them.
And one more thing she can use to gain control and use it as a tool of manipulation.
Well, what are you suggesting, that I don't do anything?
I think what you're doing is admirable.
Yet you question my motives.
Not all of them, just the one where you're hoping this will endear you to Elizabeth.
How'd it go?
Well, Kelly made it easy. The hard part was just being here. Didn't know after everything that's happened if I'd be able to face everyone again.
Everybody here loves you.
It's true. They're passing this ginormous card around for you.
Oh.
Really, it's this big. I think it's still stuck in radiology.
Wait until you see what I wrote.
Of course, Patrick gave her grief.
And you know how that turned out.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Oh. You take your time and you get well, okay? This will all be here for you when you get back.
I can't even think about work right now. The only thing on my mind is getting the results back from that paternity test and telling Nicholas and Lucky.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you want to give me the 50-cent tour?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find you a desk.
You just back from that call?
Yeah, a guy took a shot at me and got away.
Why aren't you out looking for him?
I already know where I'm gonna find him. Pretty sure it was John Sakara.
Satin sheets. I thought we could put them in the suites. You know, that's nothing like spending a night in satin sheets. Maybe we could offer them as an option for the high-end accommodation. What do you think?
Sure.
Oh, I almost forgot. New chocolates. I had these samples flown in from Belgium and leave them on the guest pillows. Really, oh, so good. Oh, you know what? This is the last one. I'm sorry. You want to try it? Really good. You're gonna love this. What do you think?
Kevin.
I know, right? That's what I said. Yeah.
I have a meeting.
Right, I have a meeting too. Joey. Sorry, what's your last name again?
Rutana. Joey Rutana.
Oh, right, yes, it says it right there in the name tag. How you like working at the Metro Corp?
Very much. Good, Mr. Jackson.
That's great. You want to help me?
Yes.
Wasn't my wife asking about me?
Yes, the minute she walked in the door.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Lucky's made it very clear, no matter who the father is, he and Elizabeth are finished.
Does Elizabeth agree?
I know that she's struggling with it. I mean, you know, she's always been Lucky's girl. And I'm sure that's a hard thing for her to let go of. I do know that what I feel for her is real.
And what does Elizabeth feel?
I don't know. I'm not sure that she really knows right now. That's probably part of the reason why she's in Shady Brooks, is trying to sort through everything that's happened and gain some clarity. I'm going to give her the time and space that she needs, because I feel like what she and I could have together is worth waiting for.
Nicholas, I'm probably the last person that should be giving advice about love. Just ask my children. But in my experience, typically what starts out badly rarely ends well.
Look, the way I handled my feelings for Elizabeth, it was wrong. I admit that. And if I could do it all over again, I would have told Lucky from the very beginning what was happening. But all the lies and deceptions do not mean that my love for Elizabeth isn't real.
Can you play hooky, girl?
If you don't tell Kate I was here, I will lose the next card on the bouquet of flowers that comes into the office, and you can take the credit.
got yourself a deal.
Hey, don't you have any country music on that thing? I mean, I invited Spinelli here for some slow dancing and some honky-tonk lovin' in one of your rooms upstairs. I even wore my new boots for the special occasion.
Did I see that non-husband of yours? That dude's one lucky hombre, girl.
True. Sometimes Spinelli needs an extra little push, but I'm always happy to give that to him.
Try E5.
Thank you.
Yeah, whiskey, Coleman, leave the bottle.
Johnny,
Yes?
are you hurt?
Actually, Maxie, I haven't felt this good in a long time.
The call was for a break-in at one of Sonny's buildings down on Bristol Street.
That's where Bernie's offices are. That's like the nerve center of the organization. You hit that, you paralyze everything.
And he tried to get in through the alley. I had him cornered on the roof next door.
And how do you know it was Johnny?
Well, actually, it was a certain ex-president.
Bush or Clinton?
Dumped this in the alley a couple blocks away. How did you know?
Well, Max goes as Clinton, Milo goes as Bush.
The guy didn't have the build of a G and Betty brother.
So whoever it was had enough info to know where to hit and about these masks.
And Johnny's committed to bringing Sonny down.
Well, I can sympathize. I mean, Johnny's got a free hand. He's not bound by the law. And Sonny's out there. I mean, he's not playing by the same rules we are. I mean, maybe it's good having Johnny out there. Levels the playing field a bit.
You know, Sonny's not going down without a fight. There's bound to be collateral damage. And Johnny hasn't done any serious harm yet, but...
Hasn't done anything. He shot at a cop.
He missed on purpose. And not that long ago, I stuck a gun in Johnny's ear, and he gave me a free pass. So I guess I owe him the same.
You know, I can see Diane Miller and Alexis Davis just climbing all over each other and just saying, Mr. Morgan's not the one on trial here. And that's exactly my point. If you're not the defendant, you don't get to lawyer up. And hostile or not, you're going to make the perfect witness.
How's that?
Well, you're a man of few words. I can count on yes or no answers. All I have to do is ask the right questions. You were present when Sonny threatened Claudio Corinthos. Were you there when that threat was carried out?
You can leave now.
You know what? You were on trial for murder. Twice! I mean, I pulled the transcripts. It's really, really very interesting. 2 different attorneys declined to put you up on the stand to testify at your own defense. Well, that's a luxury that's not going to happen this time. This time, the jury's going to hear from you, Mr. Morgan. And any attempt you make to protect Sonny is only going to make him look worse.
Thank you for taking me to the hospital. Having Nicholas and Lucky hovering over me was just... I mean, I know they mean well, but you know.
Yes, you need time to figure out where to stand.
Exactly. Nicholas brought Cameron and Jake by yesterday. Broke my heart to see him. Made me feel like such a bad mom.
Well, I went over to Audrey's while you were in Kelly, and Cam and Jake wanted me to give you these.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Look at him. Oh.
See, they think you're a pretty great mom.
Thank you. Until I find out who the father is, I feel like my life is on hold. That's why I just needed to get this paternity test done so soon. I just need to find out and move on.
You want this baby to be yours.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what if it's Lucky's?
Won't change how I feel about Elizabeth.
It might change how Lucky feels about Elizabeth.
Look, the history between them is what has kept them together for so long, right? And Lucky, well, he says that he's let that go. And none of that matters, because Elizabeth is committed to one thing right now, and that's taking care of her children. That's it.
And you want this child to be yours because if that's the case...
because maybe it could be a bridge to bring us together. I don't know. Look at you and Sonny.
What?
Well, I know you don't have a romantic involvement with him, but you do share Christina, right? And even with all your differences, you've been able to peacefully coexist together.
Listen to me. Sonny and I are not a situation to emulate on any level.
Maybe, maybe not. But your relationship has, at the very least, evolved to the point to where you can defend him against murder charges.
Oh, you heard about that?
Yeah, I did. Despite my tendency to be mired in my own drama, I still feel a responsibility to look out for the people that I love. 6 months ago, Molly came out here to remind me of that.
Is a perfect example. Rick and I barely speak to each other.
The bottom line, if Elizabeth's child ends up to be mine, we'll be in each other's lives forever. And I don't know, maybe, hopefully, when some time has passed, she'll see that we can be good together.
I apologize for my tardiness. An attempt was made to enter the Beneficent One's office.
Hey, Coleman. Beer and or soda on my tab, please.
The interloper eluded capture by jumping off the roof of the building 2 stories.
That's one hell of a leap. Here. The old friends, huh?
Look, I will not toast to your choice to stumble down a path of destruction.
Suit yourself.
I don't think Johnny wants to talk about it.
No words are necessary. His deportment shouts revenge, and he won't hear any reason. I fear that he will ultimately destroy not Mr. Sir, but himself.
No, Sonny killed Johnny's sister. I understand him wanting to put everything on the line to make Sonny pay.
Sonny's not hard to like, but my history with him, what I'd even call a friendship, I make a point of setting that aside when I go to work.
Just like my mom always says, love the sinner, hate the sin.
Well, your mother's a wise woman. But it's not always as easy as it sounds, is it? If I had to take down my dad, if I had to go after him the way we're going after Sonny, I don't think I could do it.
Well, I can't say I blame you. What I know of Luke Spencer, I like, especially the part about him being Lulu's father. But Sonny, father or no father, he's just got to be stopped.
I agree.
What the hell are you doing here?
Believe me, it's not my choice. The feds are putting together a task force. You two have volunteered. What's the target? Well, the 3 of us are going to be working together, trying to shut down the mob in Port Charles.
Hey, Joey. Did I get a package?
Right here.
Thank you.
What's that?
Oh, they're proofs for photos from Jocelyn's christening.
Look at that. Smile just like her mother.
Eyes just like her daddy.
Oh, it's one of the 3 of us.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Yeah. It's the way we should be, you know. Together as a family. I'm sure what's going on between us right now is not good for the kids. I think they need to know that they have some kind of stability. You know, that we're not going anywhere.
Are you saying you want to come home?
You know, the other day at Sonny's arraignment, when you charged in, I hated what you were saying, by the way, but I love how you took charge and you stood up for the people that you love. I want us both to fight for each other.
You know, sometimes you have to almost lose something to remember to hold on.
When all of this is over, we can rebuild, you know? We know the kids will be safe.
What?
I just want us all to be together.
But you're not sorry. You're not. You don't have 1 ounce of regret for setting Sonny up, even though you almost sent Michael to prison.
So we're going to be working together
Well, let's just say that if I was picking team's playground style, I would have chosen the cop equivalent to Vito Faraci before.
Oh, that's nice. The kid with the Coke bottle glasses and the allergies? Thanks.
Well, look, I told the feds that you've been compromised, but, since you were in Sonny's inner circle of trust, they felt that the intel was too good to pass up. Personally, I think your loyalty's in question.
Oh, come on. What are you, the poster boy for integrity? Did you manage to tell the feds about you covering up for a murderer?
Franco's gone. Okay, we're not going to see him again. But Corinthos is right here, which brings me to my point. How can you let a mobster go for shooting a cop?
And that wound was self-inflicted.
Yeah, the worst ones usually are.
And Sonny's on trial for killing his wife, Claudia.
And if he walks? If he walks, the next person Sonny kills, you might as well just pull the trigger yourself.
But look, are you trying to guilt me into tampering with evidence? Violating rights? You can forget it, okay? Our job is to uphold the line. If we don't do that, we're no better than the people we're going after. We take Sonny down by the book.
I just understand what it's like to have your sister taken away from you.
Sadly, vengeance solves nothing. It merely opens the door for retaliation and yet more vengeance.
But you have to admire Johnny. I mean, Sonny has Jason and his whole organization, and Johnny has no one. He faces an impossible situation, but his level of devotion to his cause is inspiring.
Dude, since you got your heart set on going to war with the Corinthos organization, I just want to remind you that my little piece of heaven here, neutral ground.
Switzerland, huh?
Exactly. So no bullet holes. Not in the bar, not in the walls, the windows, especially not in yours truly.
Got it.
Good. Johnny, pissing off Sonny, it's kind of like the warning label on that beer you're drinking there. Could be hazardous to your health.
Come on, it feels so good to quit.
You just pay your tab before you leave, killer. Just in case, man.
Gotcha. I'll take my cut in small bills, thank you. I'm gonna have to settle for this orange soda, friend.
Orange soda? You didn't get the money.
I didn't get in the door. The cop showed up. And more specifically, your brother.
So the whole break-in was a bust then?
No. I got exactly what I wanted.
Are you kidding me? Was anything taken? Bernie, let me call you right back.
Hey. Sure you've heard by now about the attempted break-in at your building on Brooklyn Street?
Just got off the phone with Bernie. Were you the guy who chased him off?
Yeah, got shot at in the process.
Did you get an ID?
Bill Clinton. Max's Halloween costume of choice. It's a little early to be trick-or-treating, isn't it?
No, we know it wasn't Max.
Yeah, we both know who it was.
Appreciate the heads up.
Now, I'm not here to fill you in, Jason. I know that Johnny is pushing you. But if you move too fast, all hell is gonna break loose. And I'm here to let you know that it's my job to go after Johnny, not yours. Hi, have you seen Elizabeth? She's made it very clear that she didn't want me or Lucky hanging around. I just don't want to pressure her, so.
So what are you doing here?
I have a board meeting.
Well, Elizabeth's come and gone. If you want any more details than that, you need to talk to Dr. Scopio. She's the one that took her to Shady Brook.
Okay. Hey, she just said that you took Elizabeth back to Shady Brook. How is she?
She doesn't give herself enough credit.
Well, thank you for taking care of her.
Of course. Hey, hold on. Do you have a second?
Yeah, of course.
I just wanted to apologize to you. You confided in me a long time ago about how you felt about Elizabeth, and I should have encouraged you to be honest.
That was for me to figure out. Not you. I regret that I didn't.
Yeah, but we all need a wake-up call. People who will help us see the facts, and I should have been there.
No. You did what any friend would do. You just listened to me. You didn't judge me. Elizabeth is very fortunate to have you in her corner.
Well, I'm in your corner too. Elizabeth feels like she's ruined her relationship with you and Lucky, both devastating losses to her.
Well, she hasn't lost me.
Unfortunately, she may not be able to accept your help. The only thing on her mind is just finding out who's the baby's father.
I want to be the first to know the results of Elizabeth's paternity test. Then I will decide what I want Nicholas and Lucky to know. Are we clear?
Absolutely.
You know the story of that woman that, lifted her car off the baby who was trapped?
Yes.
It's like Elizabeth, she gets her strength from her children. She's looking to them as an incentive to get well.
Yeah, well, once we know who the father is, and maybe we can all heal from this.
I hope so.
I'm not trying to pressure Elizabeth or anything, but I am hoping that things work out between us. Listen, I gotta go to my meeting, but thanks for looking out for Elizabeth and me.
So Johnny took a shot at you.
No, those were warning shots. He just wanted me to duck and cover so he could get away. I want you to consider this my warning shot. You need to leave Johnny to me.
He's out of control, Lucky.
Can you blame him after what happened to his sister?
Okay, you know what? I know that you and your dad are kind of on opposite sides of the law, but if somebody was trying to take Luke down, what would you do?
Well, with all the people he's pissed off, I'd probably say that he deserved it.
Right. But would you stand around and watch?
No, I wouldn't.
Exactly.
I need more time, Jason. Let me handle Johnny.
By now, Sonny knows that somebody tried to knock off his base of operations. So, people, they torch warehouses and they steal shipments all the time. But like I said before, torching Bernie's office would cripple Sonny.
Well, that's all well and good, mate. From where I sit, you and I are no closer to getting our hands on that 100 grand Corinthos cash.
Correction. Sonny's gonna be scrambling now to move a major piece of his business. That's gonna take time and resources.
Well, at least the day wasn't a total waste. Bernie's secretary, she was a peach. Hey, there are worse things than spending the whole day with a bombshell blonde, eh? Oh, speaking of, actually, I should probably go find her.
Good luck with that. You know how it goes.
Oh, I will, man. See ya.
Cheers.
Not only pleasing in their aesthetic, but also ergonomically correct, which promotes good posture.
What?
Your boots. I was admiring your excellence in form and function.
Thank you.
A few moments ago, you were urging me away from the Dark Prince and his turmoil, and now it seems that you are drawn in and held fast by his turn to a tragic course.
He's a friend, Spinelli. I'm worried about him.
The jackal discerns a pattern. I mean, clearly, you are enticed by men of dark and reckless danger, like a moth to a flame.
That is not true.
Forgive me for paraphrasing Shakespeare, but he doth protest too much.
I'm not going to apologize for doing everything in my power to protect my family.
How is putting Michael at risk protecting him? You push forward a murder investigation into Claudia's death, and you know how fragile Michael is, and you know the cops will do anything to get to Sonny, including go after his kids.
Why can't you see that the only way to protect the kids is for Sonny to go to prison?
No, that's your obsession talking, Jax.
You know, after Michael got shot and went into the coma, I saw the price that you paid, Carly. You sat by his bed every night. I listened to you cry yourself to sleep. If you want to say it's all about me going after Sonny, that's fine. But you have to realize the only way to protect our family is for that man to go to prison.
Oh, I'm so sick. of you thinking that your hatred for Sonny is for the greater good. It's not.
Dante saved Morgan's life, right? Now, if that would have been anyone else that shot him besides Sonny, you would have been first in line to scratch that person's eyes out. But you are blinded when it comes to Sonny.
Sonny is the father of my children.
After Michael was shot, you took the boys away from Sonny. You remember that? You were concerned for their safety. And then slowly, over time, you let Sonny draw them back in, with your consent. I don't know why you would do that. Why you would take that risk. How can you live with yourself if something happens to one of your kids again because of your loyalty to Sonny? I'll tell you this much. Nothing's gonna happen to Jocelyn, because I'm not gonna let her anywhere near him.
Yeah, I have a board meeting. Let's talk in the conference room here.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you feeling, Elizabeth?
I'm tired. I just got back from the hospital. I'm so excited to get out of this room, but seeing people you know is really exhausting. Constantly feel the need to explain my behavior. Guess that means I'm not really ready to face the world yet.
Why don't you give it some time?
I just feel like everybody's watching me, wondering when I'm going to screw up next.
People around here have been a lot crazier than you. You're looking at one. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Thanks.
You know, people have very short memories here, and even shorter attention spans. Trust me, any minute now somebody else will stumble, fall from grace, and you'll be out from under the microscope. And if all else fails, you look at your two boys and you just keep going.
If I can be half the single mother you are, I think I'll be okay.
You know, that is one thing that no one can take away from you. Jake and Cam are wonderful boys.
I just hope that I can give them and this new little one I'm carrying everything they deserve.
To that end, I wanted to let you know that Nicholas has set aside substantial assets to provide for your child.
Why would Nicholas want to give my child money? He doesn't even know if he's the father.
Well, he's worried about security for your baby and for Spencer as well. He wants everyone to be financially independent of the Cassadines, and that way Helena will be less likely to assert influence.
I don't understand what I would be agreeing to.
There are no conditions. Regardless of whoever the father turns out to be, your baby will be set up with a trust fund when he or she comes of age.
I told Nicholas I don't want a future with him.
He's not trying to change your feelings. I believe he just wants you and the baby to be secure.
Yeah, on second thought, the board members will be here any minute. Let's talk over here. So, are there any problems? Is everything okay?
No, I mean, I did exactly what you wanted, but I have to wonder about hospital policy.
Right. Hi.
I got stuck in surgery. Is Elizabeth still around?
No, she's back in Shady Brook. Robin gave her a ride back there.
How's she doing?
I have no idea. She didn't want Lucky or me here for the test, so.
Excuse me. Epiphany, you have a minute?
Sure. Is this about your patient in recovery?
No, I was just checking on Mr. Tilson. He's doing fine. I was curious if you saw Elizabeth when she was here earlier.
Yeah, just for a minute, but she seemed fine. The paternity test went well. There's no complications.
Good, good. Well, thanks for the update. I'm gonna go see how she's doing.
Okay.
I sent the paternity test samples to an independent lab.
Good, good. And it's essential that I get a backup test.
Okay, I don't know all the details, but don't you think this is a little extreme?
Well, one can never be too sure when my family is concerned.
see you can't wait to get back to work.
Well, I'm not officially on the job yet. I just thought I'd come in, get my bearings, ease in a little.
Well, I don't think there's going to be a lot of time to get acclimated. I think things are going to get a little rough around here.
Well, that's okay. You know, I'm starting to get my strength back. Just this morning, I tied both my own shoes.
Wow. Both of them?
Yeah.
All right, well, last chance to leave. I don't think you're going to like what happens next.
You know what? I think I'll stick around. I'm a glutton for punishment.
All right, well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Dark and reckless is so last year.
One would hope.
Besides, what is more badass than a jackal? A beast who's known for its cunning.
And daring do.
What'll it be, Bubba?
What's wrong?
Jax and I were having another fight about Sonny being a danger to our family.
Jax got you this upset?
And Jax stormed away, and I knocked this over. It's proofs from Jocelyn's christening. It's Franco. He's still after you, Jason.